India's government convened an all-party meeting ahead of the budget session of Parliament in Delhi today. During the meeting, the government sought cooperation from all political parties to ensure the smooth functioning of both the houses of Parliament. Union Ministers Rajnath Singh, Kiran Rijiju, Arjun Ram Meghwal, JP Nadda, Chirag Paswan, Ramdas Athwale, and Congress leaders Jairam Ramesh and Gaurav Gogoi, NCP leader Praful Patel, DMK leaders T.R. Balu and Tiruchi Seva, Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh, AIMIM MP Asauddin Owaisi were among those who attended the meeting. Speaking to the media after the meeting, India's Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju said that there was consensus by all parties on running the House smoothly in the forthcoming budget session of Parliament.
पार्लियामेंट को सुचारू रूप से चलाना ये सरकार में जो है उनका भी जिम्मेदारी है और विपक्ष में जो सदस्य है उनका भी जिम्मेदारी है। हम मिल करके अच्छी तरह से बजट सेशन को चलाएंगे, ऐसा हमारा अपील है। और सबका मेंबर्स का बहुत सारा विषय इन्होंने सजेशन किया है। हम उसका सेंस को समझते हुए राज्यसभा में आदरणीय चेयरमैन और लोकसभा में आदरणीय स्पीकर दोनों से चर्चा करके बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी के बैठक में हम इसको आगे कैसे ले जाना है आगे चर्चा करेंगे।
And DD India correspondent Dibyendu Modal joins us from newsroom. Dibyendu, an all-party meeting was convened today. Tell us in details what happened and what can be expected in Parliament during the budget session.
Siddharth, that's right. We had, in fact, the BJP called for an all-party meeting in the Parliament complex this morning. This is a customary practice before every session that begins in the Parliament for the smooth functioning of both the houses of Parliament. As we just heard the Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Kiran Rijiju, also saying the same thing, that there was a consensus that was built. So this meeting is perhaps to bring consensus amongst all the political parties that are represented in the Indian Parliament to ensure the smooth functioning of the Parliament session that is going to be convened from tomorrow morning. This will be the budget session. Of course, this session is in fact very crucial because the fact that the budget session, which generally takes place in February or March, we had an interim budget then, because in an election year generally a full budget is only presented after a new government is sworn to power. So of course, as per rules, this will be the full budget session where Nirmala Sitharaman, the Finance Minister of India, will be presenting the budget on Tuesday inside the Lok Sabha. So of course, how the budget session could run smoothly is some of the issues that were discussed in the meeting that was held this morning. And apart from that, there are several other issues that were raised by different political parties that needs to be taken up within the Parliament and discussed, as we also heard the Parliamentary Affairs Minister saying the same. And those issues will be put up in front of both the chairman of the upper house, which is the Rajya Sabha, as well as the speaker of the lower house, which is in this case Om Birla. So of course, these issues will be then decided by the Business Advisory Council of the Parliament and then taken up for discussion. So this is what generally transpires before a Parliament session is convened. So that was all about the meeting that had taken place inside the Parliament complex this morning to build consensus, to ensure that the smooth functioning of the Parliament do take place once it convenes tomorrow morning. Siddharth.
Dibyendu, are there any important bills that the government is likely to bring up in this session? Any details related to it?
Well, Siddharth, of course, the budget will be the key important issue of this entire session. But apart from that, what we are picking up is that the government is also likely to introduce several bills in both the houses of Parliament. Some of the key, in fact, amendments would be in the banking sector that is likely to come up. There's also a bill that is very, very crucial for the growth of the civil aviation sector in India, where currently the civil aviation sector is being governed by an act which is almost 90 years old. So the government is planning to replace that bill, in fact that act, and bring in a new bill with amendments and perhaps a new aviation bill for the civil aviation sector, wherein that old replete laws of 90 years old will be replaced with new laws for giving boost and doing and ensuring for ease of doing business, as well as bringing in more investment into the civil aviation sector. So these are some of the key important issues that are likely to come up, and these are some of the bills that are likely to come up during this session of Parliament, which begins tomorrow and will conclude on August 12th.
All right, thank you so much, Divyendu, for your analysis. As the date for India's union budget approaches, President and CEO of Grey Matters Capital, Smita Sarkar, has shared her expectations for the budget.
My expectation from the budget is twofold. One is to link learning to earning. We have to build on the good work which has been done in NEP 2020 and all the skilling programs, and then align it with what the industry needs. We need to bring in the ecosystem players who will come in and make our workforce even more productive locally and globally. Second is in the space of women and girls. We really need to continue with the focus of women-led development. We need to ensure that the labor force participation continues to go higher for women, and also entrepreneurship across sectors.